Hey everyone, this is Finn here. I just wanted to showcase this interesting new um, asset or add-on for Godot. I just saw it in the asset library. There's a few other ones, but I've been kind of looking for a solid one that I can just kind of like check with my current neovim config, right? And this is actually a very good direction. I like this tool so far. I haven't used it in any big projects, but it just came out, I think, like last week or a couple days ago, or at least the latest update did. Um, but you can see here it says your neovim config by embedding it directly inside of Godot. This solves a lot of different issues because you basically like the previous method and a lot of what these other plugins were doing were basically just trying to mimic or mirror Vim just inside of Godot and like in the script editor that it uses. So in here is basically what's happening, and you'd use all the bindings and things like that. That's what I used before. But honestly, this kind of like solves the issue. So you can see here, I have this embedded neovim window. This is not like any Godot implementation. This is literally just an embedded window using Rust and I think C++ in the back end to sort of take your neovim and just put it right into Godot. I was definitely looking for something like this when I installed the other plugins, but the other ones are, yeah, like I said, they're good for like basic Vim stuff. But if you have your config and it's has a lot of different configurations that you are used to, you'd want it to be synced, with Godot, ideally, for code editing, things like that. You do lose a few other features though, and I guess there's other ways you could implement this. I'm sure this plugin could be updated and configured to. I guess number one, you can't just like click on things to go to it, like to actually get the documentation. It doesn't pop up any doc window or anything like that, like you would be able to in GDScript in the script editor. You couldn't just do that. It also doesn't really support like other file types other than GDScript. Like it works with GD very well, but I think if you open like a .md file, then it just goes to the normal script, which that's fine. Honestly, it could be an issue with my neovim config. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, there's no like built-in support for that, I guess. But I noticed this worked very quickly. Like it immediately just was able to sync and just automatically pop up the scripts I clicked. Another awesome thing is it can sync with your terminal tools, and I didn't think this would work like right off the bat, but I have FZF, which is the fuzzy find, and I can just do my normal things here, and I can go to my GD scripts and open this. You can also, this would probably solve your issue for like the MD files. You could just go to these. That looks like a README or something. Yeah, you probably have to get used to the :quit because I've been doing that a lot. Also, when it restarts, it'll just go to a blank screen and it'll kind of like you just have to click on something else. Looks like there's another thing sharing that. I don't know why. But yeah, you can use your fuzzy find. I got B lines here. I can search lines. Another really cool thing that you can do, which actually solves another problem, is like splitting the script tab. You can't like split it into like a vertical line. You have to, I think you have to have something external or figure out a way to split it. But basically, if you go to your window, and Vim already has some built-in splitting, so you can do, let's see, I'm looking at some, so we do :split. Let's do a V split. It'll split it on the right and the left. Currently, it's the same file, but if I open up another file, for example. I don't know what these are, but this. See, now I have two files, and I can work with two different script files. So it makes things kind of easy, right? Let's go to some other code. You can see here, you can do that. You can also extend it. You can maybe go into the full screen mode, which works as well. I don't really use the distraction-free mode, but if that's your cup of tea, you can do that with neovim as well. And yeah, you can kind of like move around your terminal splits easily. Like I said, all your neovim stuff that you can use here. You can do command line commands if you want. Everything that's available in neovim you can do here. Something you can't do, you couldn't do like tmux or something like that because it's not a terminal. So you won't be able to run any tmux or terminal, multi something, I forgot what it's called, but multiplexers, right? Maybe some will work, I'm not exactly sure. Because technically I guess it's not a terminal, right? So you can't just like do that. But it'd be nice to kind of control tmux in there. But again, this is a neovim embed, it's not a terminal embed. And so yeah, you can do anything you want. I can show you my neovim config here. Here's also the actual lib asset library. I'll paste this in the description, but this is what I added to basically, this gives me all the highlighting, and you'll see here I added this config to remove all the underlines and squigglies. I hate all that crap, so I just removed it. You don't have to add this if you don't want to. I should remove this. I was testing out something to like try and open the documentation for a class. If I did basically Shift K, that usually opens like some sort of doc window like by default, but that doesn't work. So you can do go to definition, go to references, all that stuff works. Yeah, you just want to add your tree sitter configs or whatever you need to do. Just so it interacts with your neovim, right? Also, yeah, so I can do all the auto completion, things like that, and it should. Another issue, I had an issue before, and now it's not showing, of course, but it would kind of like make this width of this kind of small, but it seems to work pretty well. I haven't had any issues too much with it. Yeah, you can do things like that. You get all your nice classes that you defined. It shows you where it is. So yeah, all the tree sitter things you got right here. Yeah, I think my favorite part is I can use my terminal tooling with that. It's really cool. So yeah, I mean, that's basically it. Check it out, Vimdo. I haven't seen it on the new asset store yet. I'm sure it'll be up there at some point, but I'm not going to upload it if the author doesn't want me to. But yeah, again, I mean, documentation you can pull up with F1. I think, so honestly, oh yeah, another issue is that sometimes you'll click out of here and try to run like a shortcut, but it'll just pop up in the terminal. You have to do Control Escape, and it should basically cut you out of the terminal. That's kind of like something that probably needs to be fixed. Like if you click outside of it, it should just do it. Again, this thing is a very, very work in progress. Like I believe it's like just kind of beginning its development, but it's a very needed tool that could honestly be the standard for neovim users, I think, in the future. I don't know if I would use it on a project right now, just because of like, I don't know if it could just break everything and corrupt my project somehow. So, I mean, you can use it, but yeah, again, it's probably gonna be a risk that you can or don't have to take. It's up to you, but maybe just for like a game jam project or something, you could do it. I haven't really tested this out too much, so I can't say like, yeah, you can use it and it won't corrupt your project. So keep that in mind. Also, like, I'm sure various configurations this might break or something. So because it's just pulling from an external config. But yeah, give it a go if you wanted to use neovim in Godot. It's a very interesting tool I just found. I've been playing around with it a little. Yeah, so yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out this plugin again, Vimdo by Migmog. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.